Yo, this is again, and yes, I'm doing a review on Safari 4 and the new Firefox. Right now, I'm on the previous version. Shit, can't remember the previous 3.0.6. Yeah. So, first Safari 4. Actually, I mean, all the new features that are put in Safari 4 are great, and putting the tabs on top is... No, I don't have very many, and mainly I was just clicking around. But as you can tell, I do like this feature, and it is nice. And of course, the past history. I mean, it's kind of like iTunes, and putting the tabs up on top is a bit of a new thing, but actually, it's not. More or less, this feature was not originally illustrated from Mac. I know, Google Chrome. No, it did not originate from Google Chrome as well, putting the tabs up front. This feature originated from Opera. And if you have or a Nintendo Wii, you would see these features. As putting tabs on the top and having a favorites, which you can move around, much like what you can do on Windows, and as well as the tabs on the top. This is where the whole tabs on the top originated from, not from Google Chrome. It never originated from Google Chrome. It originated from Opera. But I will say this. The Safari 4.0 beta is a good browser. It is a lot faster, and its JavaScripting loading is just very well done, and I am very impressed. Now moving on. Now this is the older Foxfire 3.0.6. Yeah, 0.6. And the reason why I have this out is because I can't have both the beta 3.1 and the 3.0 running at the same time. Now, I will say that the new version is much nicer and much more smoother than even the Firefox. Sorry, I can't have the exact same browser at the same time, so unfortunately, you got to reinstall both of them to run both of them. But yeah, the 3.0, the 3.1 beta 2 is actually a very smooth browser, but I do have problems, minor problems. One of which is that I can't download and I can't bookmark any page. And it kind of freezes up. But then again, this is a beta version, so... Oh, now you can bookmark. Maybe you can download now. But I did have downloading problems and bookmarking problems, is why I still have the 3.0.6 as my default browser still. Now, the problem I am having one particular problem with Apple. And yes, that was my dog. and it's here in the download area. And this is a very odd problem because as you can clearly tell, I'm on a I'm on Apple, but yet Safari is telling me I'm on an XP machine. What? It's very weird. But I am very pleased with both Safari and the new Firefox. They are, and as far as I'm concerned, both Safari and Firefox have proven to be very good browsers for me. And, I can't really, use any other real browsers, since when I used, the Mac version of OS 10, of Internet Explorer on Mac OS 10 was just choppy and very bad. Even Opera's not that great, and it's the original innovator of, putting the tabs on the top and making favorite bars and all that. It actually is the much more innovator in that area. So to let all know that Opera is the original browser that put the tabs on the top. That is the actual fact. Not Google Chrome. I do not know where you guys get this Google Chrome nonsense. I know what Google Chrome does, but, it's Opera was the original innovator in this area because they're the ones who first got to it. Or at least that's my opinion, but, people will eventually shoot me down no matter what. But other than that, these are very good browsers. The tabs on the top is nothing new to me because of Opera. And yes, I occasionally, actually I never really used the Opera at all. Mainly just used it for, testing one browser out from another because that's what I do. But Safari 4.0 beta as well as the Firefox 3.1 beta are definite must-haves. And, and these people that are doing these Safari versus Firefox videos, you got two really good browsers. And you got to remember, they're both competing against a piece of shit that's mainly known as Internet Explorer. That thing is garbage from day one. And I support both desktop. I support both browsers very highly. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just rambling now, but definitely get the beta release of Safari because it is much more better than its previous version. And as for the 3.1 beta Firefox, there's bugs in it. So, use that one cautionally. But Firefox is still a very, very good browser by a long shot. But if I had to pick and choose between the two, I would not be able to say, like before, like I would go straight to Firefox. I'm torn between both Safari and Firefox. But as far as Safari is, it's a much more better browser now, much more stabler, and the tabs on the top is nothing new. Firefox is starting to show their true. Is starting to show up with a much more stable browser as well. And Apple does support Firefox, and as well as their own browser. Hell, I could pretty much take Safari and delete it if I wanted to. But they're both very good browsers, in my opinion.